Hi everyone! Happy Friday to you and welcome to Playtime. I'm Miss Karen and I've got a wonderful story for you today. But before we get started, let's go ahead and warm up a little bit because you know what? It's always a good idea to warm up our bodies. Get our heads all ready for a book and our bodies all ready to listen for a book. All right, here we go. Remember, we're going to go up. And back down again. And back up again. Way up on those tippy toes. As high as you can go. And stretch your hands way up. Now stretch those hands way out in front of you, just like this. Now, let's see if you can do some fun things with your hands here. Let's see if you can put your hands on your head. And hands on your shoulders. Now let's put your hands on your nose. And put your hands on your ears. Now stick them out right in front of you. And bend over as far as you can. And back out in front. Good job. Okay, let's put our hands down. Now, let's go ahead and get a couple of those wiggles out. Because it has been a long, long week. Here we go. Nice! Nice wiggling. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of our feet shakes. Let's do this. Remember, we're going to stand on one foot and jiggle the other foot. Now, it takes a little bit of practice. So be careful and don't fall over. All right, here we go. Pick up your one foot. And put it back down. Now, let's try that other foot. Let's see if Miss Karen can do this. Oh, here we go. And put it down. Yeah. Hope you didn't fall over. I know Miss Karen didn't this time. All right, let's go ahead and do some of those hula hoops. Remember, we go hula hoop, hula hoop, just like you have a hula hoop on. Two more. Wonderful. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? All right, how about if we do, we haven't done a choo-choo train in a while. All right, let's try that choo-choo train. Because I remember Miss Maeve had a choo-choo train in her story on Wednesday. So let's go ahead and try that. Ready? Here we go. Chugga, 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 chugga. Doo, doo. Let's try it with the whistle. Ready? Let's try it again. Woo! That was a lot of fun. Okay, how about if we make a shape? Now let me see if you can figure out which shape this is. Now look carefully. Watch Miss Karen, and then you can do it after I do. I'm going to go down, whoop, across the bottom, whoop, up again, whoop, and on the top, whoop. Anyone know what that is? Let me see. Did some of you say a rectangle or square? Yes, it was actually a rectangle, but I would take a square too, because how many sides did I make? I made 4 sides. Watch. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, a rectangle has 4 sides. 2 are long and 2 are short. Right? And if I was to make a square, I would have 4, but all 4 would be the exact same length. So let's go ahead and you try. Okay? Let's put our fingers up, and I'm going to use my whistle. Here we go. How'd you do? That was pretty good. And that's your rectangle. All right, let's go ahead and go around a little circle. And we're all the way back down again. Well, you know, once we're done with our whistle, next thing is our playtime. So get your playtime hands all out here. Remember, you have a fist, you pop out your thumb and your pinky, and you've got playtime. All right, here we go. Let's wait for our music here. Everyone ready? Sing along, nice and loud. Here we go. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. Everyone stand up. Get those wiggles out. Friday, Friday, jiggles out. Oh, always feels good to wiggle, doesn't it? Let's go around a little circle. All right, now let's try making that rectangle. Here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Get ready to sit down. Here we go. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time to read a book and have some fun. It's time to sing a song and dance and run. It's time for playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, playtime, everyone. It's time for playtime, everyone. Awesome! Oh my gosh! Every week you get even better and better and better at that. I gotta tell you, you know when I was going around a little circle, I thought I saw something on my chair. What? I did. I found a list. It's my shopping list. I was looking all over for that because I have to go out shopping later on this afternoon and pick up a few things. So I made myself a list. Did you ever make a list of anything? Or maybe mom and dad or grandma and grandpa make a list and then they write everything down that they want to get and then they go to the store and they do that so that they don't forget to get something, right? Or make sure that they don't go off of the list and get something maybe they're not supposed to get, right? So this is my shopping list. I got to make sure I hold on to this. So this list has something to do with our book today. Our book is called Chimpanzees for Tea. Chimpanzees for Tea. I've got the book right here, and I want you to look at this book here. Now, look at the cover of our book here. See all kinds of different things that are on the front of our cover? Let's look at this. What are some of the things that you see? Well, right off, I see a big bear, a very big bear. And then I see a couple of, well, they look like monkeys. This one has a hat on it. But I think those might be chimpanzees. It's a special type of monkey. So I see some of those. What else do we see here? How about that? What's that look like? I think it's a parrot. You can always tell because they're really, really colorful. Let's see what else we see on here. I do see a little birdie up there. And, I see, it looks like maybe a little boy down here. All right. So I wonder how all these crazy things on the front of our book have to do with Chimpanzees for Tea. Well, I think we need to go and look inside and see. Now, since I've started talking about a shopping list, I think our story has something to do with a shopping list. And I want to see if you can find it in our book. All right, here we go. This is Chimpanzees for Tea by Jo Empson. And the pictures are really fun to look at. They're all pretty watercolors. Hey, Vincent, this cupboard is looking a bit bare. Can you rush to the shops? Here's Vincent, that's probably his mom. She needs a few things from the store. So he gets into his little cart that has wheels on it. And she wants him to get a bunch of carrots a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear, a can of peas, and hurry home in time for tea. Now, remember what that is? That's a list, so that Vincent will know when he goes to the shop what he has to pick up. Because it's always good to have one, if you don't want to have to forget. Good day, Vincent. Sorry, can't stop, Mr. Singh. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear, a can of peas, and hurry home in time for tea. But, oh no, the list! What happened to the list? It looks like a big wind came and blew it away. Oh no. I wonder what's going to happen. What was it? A bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, a big firm pear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for tea. Vincent, sorry, I can't stop, Mr. Small. Now, wait a minute. Let's just stop for a second before we turn our page. Do you remember a trapeze on our list? A trapeze. Now, a trapeze is something that a performer or an acrobat would use to do things up in the air. I have this one here. I also have a really cool picture of my daughter. She's doing some aerial stuff there. And also some aerial with using a hoop back there, kind of like our hula hoop. But I do not think that there was a trapeze on that list. Do you remember what it did have? I think it might have been peas. I'm not sure. Trapeze and peas, it kind of sound alike. Well, let's go on and find out. He can't stop and talk to Mr. Small. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some tasty cheese, and a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for tea. A big furry bear? I'm pretty sure Mom didn't put a big furry bear on that list. I think it was something like maybe a big firm pear, not a big furry bear. Oh my. Sorry, I can't stop, Mr. Wood. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots, a box of rice, some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for tea. Oh, now I see where those chimpanzees are. Do you think that there were chimpanzees on that list? I don't think so either, although they're awfully cute. They are awfully cute. But I don't think those were chimpanzees. I think it was supposed to be maybe some tasty cheese. So tasty cheese instead of chimpanzees. But I'll tell you what, they sure do sound an awful lot alike. Let's see what else. Toot sweet, Vincent. Sorry, can't stop, Monsieur Bags. I've got to rush to the shops and get a bunch of carrots. I wonder what he's come up with next. A box of mice, some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home in time for tea. A box of mice? No, I am sure that Mom did not have a box of mice on her list. I think maybe that was supposed to be a box of rice, Yeah, I think so too. Oh boy, he lost that list and he is really having a lot of problems, isn't he? Oh well. Oh, Vincent. Sorry, can't stop, Mrs. Ray. I've got to rush to the shops and get a branch of parrots, a box of mice, some chimpanzees, a big furry bear, a trapeze, and hurry home and... Now, before I turn this page, I'm really sure that Mom did not put down a branch of parrots. A branch of parrots? I think she was looking for maybe some carrots. You know, kind of like the one Miss Karen brought up today because it looked awfully tasty. And I didn't have any lunch today, so I thought I'd nibble on this carrot for a little bit. All right, so he's got all of these things. Let's see. He's going to hurry home and invite them all in. What do you think he's inviting them for? He's inviting them all in for tea. Oh, look at them all. We have our big furry bear. We've got some chimpanzees here and here. Right? Oh, there's one down here. Little mice all over the place. They must have gotten out of the box. We have some parrots. Right? There's a parrot on the bear over here. And we've got our trapeze person over here, flying through the air. Wow, that was really crazy with all these different animals and all these different things. Wow, the end. Oh, see what happens when you lose your list? When you lose your list, we can't find anything that we really need to have. And if that happens, you might actually end up coming home with all kinds of things like this. So let's see if we can remember what we had on our list. Let's see how good your memories are. Miss Karen has a board here. And I have some of the pictures. So, who remembers what our first item was that Vincent was supposed to bring? Anyone remember? I think the first one was supposed to be maybe a bunch of carrots, right? A bunch of carrots. That's right. I'm going to move this real quick this way. And I'm going to put my bunch of carrots right here on my board. Bunch of carrots. Now, what was the next thing? Remember? I think it might have been, let's see, a big firm pear. Big firm pear. I'm trying to remember from my list. I don't have the list with me. Let's see. Do you remember what the next one was? Oh, I love that too. How about some tasty cheese? Some tasty cheese. I'll just put that right back there. There we go. Some tasty cheese. And let's see. Oh, how about a box of rice? Box of rice. And I think the last one was a can of peas. Can of peas. Now, we're going to have to see if we can find our list in our book to see whether or not we got everything right. So let me show you our book here. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can find my list. Actually, I think I have a list right here. I found one. All right, next was some tasty cheese. Boy, I think I would have liked some tasty cheese. That sounds pretty good. But instead, Vincent got some chimpanzees. How silly. Next was a big, firm pear. I wonder what Vincent got. Do you remember? It was fuzzy. Right. It is a big, furry bear. And last, instead of a can of peas, Vincent picked up a trapeze. Wow, you did an awesome job matching all of these. That's an awful lot of fun. All right, I'm going to put that over here for right now. But you know what? I'm going to go back to my list that I had. Because I told you I have a shopping list here. So, let me see. Mine are kind of different. Let's see. I have a clock and file. A clock and file. Well, I know what a clock is. A file, one of those ones you might use on your nails to file something. Let's see. Oh, a garden rake. Yes, because I need to start working in my garden. A garden rake. How about a toy backup truck? Yeah, a little toy. Yeah, my nephew's birthday is coming, so I want to make sure I get him a backup truck. And, oh, this is probably for dinner. Fish for frying. Fish for frying. See, there's my list right there. Okay. All right, so, but you know what? What if I was like Vincent and maybe I lost my list? I wonder what I could pick up instead of some of my items right here. Well, let's see. A lot of the items that Vincent got in our story, they rhymed a little bit with what he was supposed to get. So, how about maybe a clock and file? A clock and file. That could be, I got it. How about a crocodile? Yeah, a crocodile. So instead of Miss Karen picking up a clock and file, I'm going to get a crocodile. All right, let's see what else we have. A garden rake. How about a garter snake? A snake, yes. And I think this is a little girl snake. She's got some pretty little eyelashes. Isn't she lovely? So we'll put her over here. Next on my list is a toy backup truck. Backup truck. Backup truck. How about a quacking duck? A quacking duck. Quack, 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 quack. Sounds like a backup truck. A quacking duck. And last, I got fish for frying. Oh, how about this one? Mrs. Lion. There's Mrs. Lion instead of fish for frying. Sort of sounds alike, but so different if I was to bring all of these home. Well, you know what? One of the reasons why I thought it would be fun to change our list a little bit is because I have a song. And it has to do with animals going to tea. So let me just bring our little animals that we have over here. We have Mr. Crocodile and Mrs. Snake, Mr. Duck, and Mrs. Lion. And they're going to go to tea. The animals coming to tea. All right, let's listen for our music, and here we go. I got something fun too, called a cowbell. This is for Jim Griffey.
crocodile's at the door and he goes snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Mrs. Snake's at the door and she goes. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Mr. Duck's at the door and he goes quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Mrs. Lion's at the door and she goes, roar! Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Oh, who's at the door? Everyone's here. Should we make ourselves ready? Here we go. Here we go. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap. Snap, snap, snap.
Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack.
Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Come to the animal tea party. Everyone's invited, you and me. Oh, what a wonderful tea party that is. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for that. And thanks for coming to tea and listening to our story. Speaking of tea, I'm going to have a little spot of it myself right now. Delicious. So, my friends, we've come to the end of our little session here today. We've had so much fun learning about lists and how you have to try to make sure that you hold on to them so you don't get all kinds of crazy things to pick up at the store that you don't really need, right? So, we're going to see everybody again on Monday with Miss Trish. And she's got a really fun book. And she read something about a little excavator on Monday. And she gave you a little clue that that little excavator was going to be in her story. So I can't wait to tune in. But for now, we're just going to say goodbye with our goodbye song. But before we do that, you know what? I want to make sure that all of you are having a wonderful time. I know it's still a little bit different. We aren't going back to school, but we get to do a little schooling at home, and you get to spend lots of time with your family. And pretty soon, when we all are over with this, we'll be able to join our friends. And Playtime is really looking forward to that when we get to see all of you again. And all of our friends who aren't in Playtime will still be able to talk with you and read stories with you. So let's go ahead and do our goodbye song. Remember, we're going to say goodbye, and we have friends, right? Here we go. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. 3